What's up, you guys? Steve here with your stimulus check update and stimulus package update, and a lot unfolded today. Take a look at this. Here's an article that just came out. It says the Biden stimulus plan moved forward today. Here are the biggest parts, and that's right, today the House committees approved all the provisions in that bill, and it's going to be moving on to get voted on now officially in the House this week. Now, in addition to that, we also saw this article come out that says Democrats want to enact a new stimulus package within weeks. Here's the possible calendar for the passage of the $1,400 direct payments, aka the stimulus checks. And that's right, we're going to be looking at this article that's going to be giving us new dates as to when we can expect to see the passage of the package and the rolling out of these stimulus checks. Now, in addition to that, we also had some breaking news come out today from President Joe Biden. I did another video earlier today. If you missed it, check it out right here where he gives us an update that was just unexpected. And also, we have the GOP response, which is pretty much they're saying, do not expect any Republicans to support this package in Congress. So confirmation, this is gonna have to pass through with reconciliation. So you guys, I'm gonna get you caught up on the latest as to what unfolded today in Congress regarding the stimulus. We're gonna go ahead and dive right in, look at some video footage and these articles. But before we dive in, if you could do me a quick favor, it'll just take a second. If you like and appreciate these updates on the stimulus, the economy, Congress, and everything that's going on, why don't you go ahead and take a second to smash the like button? I would appreciate it. It helps out the channel. Like button, comments, and sharing these videos out to anybody that you think might be interested. It helps out my channel. Thank you so much. And also, if you're not already part of the RAM fam, the viewing community, and you would like to stay up to date on everything rolling out, take a second to smash the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so that way as soon as I upload videos, you can get notified right away. And if you don't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram as well at SteveRam3. I do my best to respond to as many questions here on YouTube as I can, but there's a lot, so I miss a lot of them. But Instagram is also a great way to get a hold of me as well. But you guys, let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest that's unfolding as of today, February the 22nd, regarding stimulus. All right, you guys, so first let's take a look at this video clip that's going to give us a news update as to what unfolded today, and then we're going to be diving into those articles that's going to get us caught up in what was approved and also the new timeline. So let's go ahead and dive right in.
Many Americans are waiting to see what parts of the president's COVID relief package will make it across the finish line. And President Biden says it's now on Congress to help the country. As the U.S. reaches 500,000 COVID deaths, President Joe Biden is pushing to get his $1.9 trillion COVID relief package across the finish line.
We need Congress to pass my American Rescue Plan. It deals with the immediate crisis facing our small businesses.
The relief package includes $1,400 stimulus checks, an increase to minimum wage, money for schools, and more.
If we pass my American Rescue Plan, the economy will create 7 million jobs this year.
The president's team says this is what the country needs.
The key components of this bill are addressing the crisis we're facing.
However, Republicans, like Missouri Congressman Jason Smith, say another large relief package will lead to a heavier burden for Americans.
I'm not trying to kill your legislation.
Smith says the president needs to share how much stimulus from prior relief bills is left over.
Before we use hard-working American taxpayer dollars to spend another $1.9 trillion in stimulus funding.
In the meantime, the administration is tackling the crisis one step at a time.
While the pandemic is heading in the right direction, there is still much work to do.
President Biden says he wants to hear input from both the House and the Senate to make the plan better. Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
So there you guys have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. It was approved today by House committees, and they're saying that this is what the country needs, but Joe Biden asked for GOP support, and they said do not count on it. So they're saying reconciliation is the process we're going to have to go through to get this stimulus package passed. Now let's go ahead and dive into this article that came out today that's going to give us a little more detail. It says the Biden stimulus plan moved forward today. Here are the biggest parts of it. And it says House Budget Committees approved Monday, today, a $1.92 trillion bill to carry out President Joe Biden's pandemic relief plan, the first steps toward likely House passage by the end of the week. And we've already heard that they said they're going to be voting on it likely this Friday. Now, if they can't get it done by then, they said it could carry into the weekend, so it could be Saturday or Sunday. But the plan is Friday, they're going to be voting on this bill. Now, the vote was 19-16, and it says Texas Democratic Representative Lloyd Doggett voted with Republicans in opposition to the bill, but a spokeswoman from him later said that he had cast his vote in error and supported the legislation. Oops. And the bill will go next to the House Rules Committee, where it could be changed before hitting the House floor late in this week. So it's still susceptible to change, but right now, full speed ahead, everything is on track to get it voted on by the end of this week. Now, as a spin-off bill from the 2021 budget resolution, it will be immune to the filibuster in the Senate and can pass with 50 Democratic votes, with Vice President Kamala Harris as the tie-breaking vote. Now, let's go ahead and dive in and take a look at some of the provisions that are in here that are expected to be some of the biggest ones included. Let's take a look. Now, the first one is the stimulus checks, or the direct payments to households. Now, as you guys know, this is going to be $1,400 for individuals, and I actually cover in depth all the information from the bill in this video right here. So if you'd like to get all the details about the stimulus checks, be sure to check out that video. Now, they're saying in all, this provision is going to cost $422.3 billion. Now, next up, we have aid to state, local, and tribal governments. They're going to be providing $350 billion in these government aids. Next up, we have pandemic-related unemployment benefit provisions. Now, this is going to be providing an extension of PUA, PEUC, and also an additional $400 per week boost on top of all unemployment benefits. Now, these are all going to be starting March 14th when the current extension comes to an end, and it's going to be extended out until August 29th of 2021, and this is for all of these federal provisions. Now, what they're saying is that these unemployment benefits, they're going to be costing an additional $245.8 billion. Also, next we have aid to help out reopening schools, and they're saying to do this, it's going to be an additional $128.6 billion. And next we're going to have the child tax credit expansion. Now, this is going to be providing $3,000 or $3,600 to those that have kids ages 17 and under. Now, this is going to be also coming out in the form of a prepaid rebate, so you could get a stimulus check for having children every single month. So $250 or $300 checks coming to you per child every single month. And they're saying that this particular provision, this is going to be costing $109.2 billion. And once again, if you'd like to get the details on the child tax credit expansion, check out this video right here where I cover the official bill and what it says about that child tax credit. There's also going to be multi-employer pension plan aid, and they're saying that there's going to be $81.5 billion allocated to this. Additionally, the minimum wage increase, they're going to be increasing the federal minimum wage to $15 per hour over the course of the next 5 years. And they're saying this is going to cost $45.4 billion as well. Also, there's going to be FEMA funding. This is going to be $47 billion. Pandemic testing, they're going to be doing this, and it's going to be $48.5 billion. And lastly, aid for metro transit systems, and they're saying it's going to be an additional $27.9 billion. And we actually today heard a couple GOP leaders discussing this particular provision, saying this has nothing to do with the pandemic. Now, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. We actually heard several say that they felt that less than 10% of this $1.9 trillion bill actually went to help out Americans for the pandemic. They said a lot of it is just liberal wish list. Let me know your thoughts of the provisions we just covered. Do you feel like these are absolutely necessary for the pandemic, or do you feel like there's a lot of stuff in here that could be cut out and we don't need to increase the national debt about? Let me know your thoughts down below. But now let's take a look at the next article that's going to be giving us the new timeline for when we can expect to see this stimulus package and these provisions get pushed through Congress. So, link in the description below to this article that just came out today that says Democrats want to enact a new stimulus package within weeks. Here's the possible calendar for the passage of the $1,400 direct payments. And it says the House Budget Committee approved the federal aid plan in a party line vote on Monday afternoon. That's today. And it says it's now on its course to get to the floor and be voted on later this week. Here's the Democratic calendar for the pandemic relief based on statements from Democratic officials. And here's the dates. It says February 25th to the 27th. The House is expected to vote on the passage of the government rescue plan. And that's this week. They're saying Friday. And if they can't make it by Friday, it's going to go into the weekend. So February 25th to the 27th, it's going to be voted on in the House of Representatives. Next, March 2nd to March 5th, we're expecting the Senate to take up the legislation and possibly do any amendments before they vote on it. So between the 2nd and the 5th of March. Now, after that, March 8th to March 12th, the House votes on the rescue package again if the Senate makes any legislative changes. And what we're hoping is that they can get all that done before March 14th, because that's the cutoff deadline that we need to pass in the House, and then in the Senate, and then to be signed into law by the President. Now, if all of that happens according to plan and we get this done by the 14th, you can expect those stimulus checks, the first round that's coming out by direct deposit, to start hitting bank accounts by March 22nd. They're saying about a week after March 21st, March 22nd, that's hopefully when we're going to see those first stimulus checks. So you guys, that is the current timeline that we have as of today. So this is a big week for the stimulus package and the stimulus checks. We're going to see what unfolds, and whatever does, I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date here on the channel. And today, there was a lot that happened. Like I said, if you missed those previous videos, be sure to check them out right here. We actually had some breaking news today from President Joe Biden regarding the PPP. So be sure to check out those videos. And also, today, the stock market just tanked. I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date with what's unfolding with money, finances, the stock market, real estate. Also, it's tax season, so be sure to check out those videos as well. I've got a couple that you might want to watch before you file those taxes, talking about stimulus and unemployment. But you guys, I'll do my best to keep you up to date here on the channel. And once again, if you made it this far and you haven't already, take a second to smash the like button. I would appreciate it. It helps out the channel. And if you're not already part of the Ram fam and you want to stay up to date on everything, hit the subscribe button and also follow me on Instagram at SteveRam3. Well, I hope this reaches you well. Have a blessed evening. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.